Alright guys, hello and welcome to the newest game that I'm checking out. This is Quake Champions 2017, it's closed beta right now. And let's check out the graphics settings. So I'll start at 4K, 100% resolution scale and everything in Ultra. Except anti-aliasing. Because I've got a 24-inch screen and you don't need it that much if you need the performance. So let's try deathmatch. And you see this character in the middle is getting rendered real time. You can already see the FPS is below 60, so 4K is most likely not gonna work out. Below there we have the CPU, which is running at 9% currently. That's the 1700X at 4 GHz with 16 threads enabled. Below that we have 9 GB of RAM used. That's 9 of 16 GB available, running at 3200 MHz. Below that, there's my one GPU that I've currently installed. That's a 390X Nitro, which has 1080 MHz as max, running pretty cool at 65 degrees Celsius. And below that, we've got the RAM, which is clocked at 1500 at stock, and the RAM usage, the VRAM usage, which is maxed out at 8 GB of VRAM. So what does this tells us? Well, this is actually the first game I've ever seen that maxes out the VRAM, but apparently it's always doing that. So that's just the engine of the game. No matter what, it will always max out the VRAM capacity that you throw at it. So we are on to our first deathmatch, and I'm just going to switch through all three relevant resolutions as well as 720p ultra settings to check out the CPU performance that we can achieve here. So everyone should be covered. So as you can tell, field of view is pretty high at the moment, but I didn't touch it, so that's the standard mode. But from looking at this, yeah, it's pretty much getting stretched out and everything. Okay, so let's start. Ah, damn. Okay, so 30 to 40 FPS roundabout. Let's increase the resolution. Decrease to 1440p. That's QHD. Let's check this out. Okay, so we are well above 60 now, and the gameplay is pretty smooth. While we're still at 7.7 gigabytes of VRAM. By the way, this is the second time I play this game, so don't expect any earth-shattering skills. Now that we still got anti-aliasing off, so but yeah, this is looking pretty good. But if you got that 120 or 140 screen with 144 Hz, we have to decrease the resolution further. Let's get 1080p. Alright. So now we're at least at 100 roundabout. Note again. With no anti-analyzing. CPU is now at 25%, which is 50% if you don't count the hyperthread cores in. By the way, I'm recording with AMD Relive. As you can see in the top left corner, that little timer running up, that is Relive, so you can add a little bit of performance to these numbers. So let's try out 720p and check out what the CPU can do actually. Okay, so the image is looking pretty grainy right now. Yeah, and we're getting the 144 now. GPU isn't maxed out all the time now, but apparently sometimes. I'm looking at these numbers. But yeah, the CPU can definitely do 144 Hz. So that's good to know. Let's try to max those out at 25% resolution scale to decrease the GPU load further. Okay. So now I can't see anything anymore. And we are having a CPU bottleneck, I think. At around 140 to 170 FPS. But yeah, 180 on the death screen, so the CPU bottleneck is not yeah, something you will notice unless you have a 240 Hz monitor, I think. So check this out. Yeah. So we clearly don't have a GPU bottleneck now, from what I can see here. Okay. So I guess the most playable setting would be like 1440p, which can also be achieved with this combo, just that menus is looking sharper. Let's try that out. And boom. Looking sharp, fairly sharp, having fairly good performance. We can play that. If I get to it, I'll also do crossfire testing, but I don't know whether this beta supports it yet. Ah, but yeah, technically it's looking pretty good for this beta, closed, open beta, whatever. I mean the Battlefield 1 beta was terrible in comparison. This engine actually looks fairly optimized, except this VRAM full load. I don't know what the purpose is of that, but no other game yet did this. Oh, that worked out. Like 2 HP left. Okay. So I just finish up this round and then close up the video. Yeah, I'm running a PSU of Cooler Master. That's having 1200 watts. So I could try out Crossfire. Also got right now I've got a second 390X of the same manufacturer lying around. But because of temperatures and noise, I took it out. Yeah, around 80 FPS. I mean that is perfectly fine to play a first-person shooter like this one. I mean I've got a 60 Hertz panel. Oh man. I don't understand that lightning gun yet. Real new with this game. Oh, wrong way. Well, this video is getting way too long. But you can, maybe you want to watch this long, otherwise you can also close this video now because there won't be coming much. Okay, so I was defeated. You got the impression of the graphics card performance and the CPU performance. Thanks for tuning in, and I'd say see you next time.